Have you ever wondered whether Isagi would finally get his first hat trick? Is this actually possible? Will he end up becoming number 1 in the NEL? Continue watching this video to find out. The rematch of the century has finally arrived as we have Isagi vs Rin for the third time. Will Isagi finally be able to surpass Rin in this game? Currently, Rin is ranked as the number 1 player in bluelock, and he always has been. He is just that consistent as he strives to surpass his brother, but as soon as Isagi came to the picture, things have started to change. With his motivation slowly weighing and shifting more onto Isagi, this may have an effect towards his ego to become the best. While Isagi is chasing the ones who are above him, Rin is going the opposite way by being so fixated on Isagi. So I believe that his rivalry with Isagi is going to be a huge factor towards his quote-unquote downfall. Now, going back to the fact that Isagi has already lost twice against Rin, both in the second selection, we have seen Isagi grow way faster in comparison to Rin. Looking back, Isagi seems like a whole new person right now as his ego is even bigger than ever before. In the first match, when he went against the former top 3, Isagi, Bachira, and Nagi got utterly destroyed by Rin, but they crawled back and gave Rin a heart attack during their second encounter. With the Rin's development, Isagi is going to have to continue to adapt to the obstacles given in this match if he wants to truly dominate and become number 1. In one of my videos a few months back, I stated that Isagi was the one who would score the game-tying goal to tie it up 1-1, and I was wrong when I thought that Rin would score the opening goal when it was actually Shido. At this point, there's a high probability that Rin ends up scoring the next goal for PXG, right? After being humiliated by Isagi in the last chapter, he just has to go crazy in the upcoming chapters. If you're enjoying this video so far, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to let me know that you want more videos just like this. Now, let's look for patterns within the storyline. We know that Rin, Isagi, and Baro are the current top 3 in the NEL. We know that there are only 2 players in the NEL who have scored a hat trick so far. The first person who scored a hat trick was Baro in the Uber's second match against FC Barca. The next person who scored a hat trick was Rin Itoshi in PXG's second match against Manshine City. With these 2 egoists in the top 3, will Isagi be the third one to finally get a hat trick in the NEL? Isagi is most probably going to end up in the top 3, so it would be great if the top 3 in the league actually scored a hat trick at least once in the NEL to show their dominance as strikers. However, if Isagi ended up scoring a hat trick against Rin, I just know this would mentally and emotionally break him down. We also know that Isagi is just getting better and better throughout each game. In his first match against FC Barca, he was able to get an assist by feeding Kunigami. In the second game, he probably could have gotten his first goal if it wasn't for either Kaiser disrupting his shot course or Kunigami stealing his goal. This led to him ending the game with 2 assists, one towards Kunigami and another one towards Yukimiya to win the game. In the third match against the Ubers, he was able to not only get his first goal, but 2 goals in this match. With this pattern, Isagi is most probably going to have at least 2 goals and maybe even a hat trick, but it's not going to be easy for sure. Now, as we try to look for another pattern, this was the third time that Isagi has actually scored the first goal for his team. His first time scoring first was against Rin in the second selection, and we all know how that went. He got utterly destroyed. In his second time scoring for his team, it was against the Ubers, and we all know how that ended up. The gap between his first match against Rin and his match against the Ubers is really big. For over 150 plus chapters, he has never scored first for his team. But then he broke that rate by scoring first for Bastard München again, the match right after against PXG. So, things are starting to look good for Isagi. These are exponential improvements. Who would be able to help Isagi get his next 2 goals if ever? We have already seen a chemical reaction between Isagi, Hiyori, and Kunigami. With Kunigami finally becoming more cooperative, it seems like the game is finally becoming a bit easier for Kunigami as he does not have to go solo. He already got his highlight with an assist towards Isagi, but I feel like there's a chance that this isn't going to be the end of Kunigami in this match, which might be a problem towards Isagi's road to a hat trick. Corona hasn't seen the field so far because of what happened in the last match, but he could be substituted back in during the later stage of the match to help Isagi. If not, then we have another player taking his spot. Jin Kiora is also someone who we have yet to see really shine. However, this is pretty understandable as it seems like the author wants us to see what he can really do first in the episode Nagi manga. With him properly being introduced there, he wouldn't be doing anything special up until next month or the month after. Is Kaiser really on fraud watch? Maybe, but I do believe that Kaiser will come back from this, especially since he mentioned that he's got a new weapon to beat Isagi. Here, we can see Isagi in a flashback panel right as Kaiser is talking about his new weapon. When we look for this certain panel, it takes us back to chapter 238 wherein Hiyori is about to awaken. Hiyori talks about Isagi and that his expectations are for goals and not to change another person, but the future wherein he has control over. Hiyori also mentions that Isagi is looking for someone who can make that future come true for him. Kaiser might be implying to have another person by his side. With his ability to produce miracles, he could possibly have a highlight play with Hiyori, as Hiyori said that he would go for the best striker in the situation and not solely focus on Isagi. If not, this could also set up a duo between Kaiser and Jin Kiora. Or in the end, it can also just mean that we will end up seeing an awakening between Kaiser and Ness, the original duo to come back from the brink of death. This is the outcome that will make the most sense, as this duo just got a flashback and are destined to have their time to shine in this match. So it's pretty much a wrap for Isagi. Either way, Kaiser is not going to get his own goal in this match by himself. I just don't think that it'll end like this for Kaiser, as I believe that Kaiser is going to be the main person to beat for Isagi when the U20 World Cup arc arrives. I think that this is the arc when Isagi finally goes head to head with Rin and maybe even surpass him. I don't think that Rin would be the main focus for much time, as Isagi has to aim to surpass the big guns. But I do believe that Rin will be right by him and develop alongside him. This way, we still get a back and forth between the two. To sum it all up, I think that there's a chance that Isagi could get a hat-trick, but it's not probable with Kaiser coming back from the brink of death. The most that I can see from Isagi is probably 2 goals. But even 2 goals would not be easy with Kaiser needing to assert dominance in this match. The main thing that is stopping Isagi from getting his hat-trick is Kaiser and Ness's flashback about coming back that was released chapters ago. Do you think Isagi will get his first hat-trick against PXG? Will he finally become the #1 player in the NEL? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have other what-if ideas that you would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Have you ever wondered about which players have the most potential in bluelock? Check this video out right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you for watching.